can also go to the Help Center, mrphelp.com, as well as our YouTube page. Lots of options available. Give us a call as well. We definitely want to try to make everything as clear and seamless and comfortable as we possibly can for everybody involved. For today, Monday we talked about season management, building a season, registrations, fantasy racing, all those types of things. Wednesday we talked about entries, lineups, results, orbits and race manager, live timing, points, payouts, those types of things. Today we're going to talk about tickets, and then how all of these things affect your website. And then if there's a general Q&A at the end for questions, we can absolutely take them. So I'll go ahead and get started. Starting with online tickets. I'm going to talk about general admission tickets, and then we're going to talk about reserved tickets, or our advanced ticketing features, as we call them. So this will kind of be two parts here. First off, adding tickets. You can do so from two places, right? In season management, and then we also have a tickets tab as well. I'll start with adding general admission tickets in season management. So I go to season management. I can go to the events tab to find all of the events that are on my schedule. And this is where I can add tickets to those events. So I think we created an event tomorrow that I've been using all week. Perfect. There are not tickets associated with it yet, but you can, from this view, add tickets. It's extremely simple to add general admission tickets. If all you're doing is GA seating throughout the course of the year, it's very quick and easy to add. This is not a paid or add-on feature to my race pass. This comes with your race management subscription. It does not hurt you at all to have tickets out there. You're not invoking any cost upon yourself to do that. I say this at every trade show that I go to. It's true, and I've seen it happen in effect. People scoff at it, but it absolutely is the truth. If you don't have tickets available online, you're losing customers that you don't know about at your racetrack. A younger generation of people are used to buying tickets online exclusively for everything. To kind of put an exclamation point on that, I can't go to postseason football, basketball, volleyball, high school matches and games in Iowa without buying tickets online. Online tickets has permeated the culture. If you don't have tickets online, people are going to go to your website. They're not going to see a way to buy your tickets. They're going to not come because of that. It's just the reality of the world we live in today. So add tickets here. You can copy from a previous event, or you can start from scratch. And really all you're doing is naming the ticket if it's something different than the event name, whatever you want it to show here. Setting your availability dates. We do have a pre-sale option. So if you want for a period of time your tickets to be cheaper before they go to the full price, you can absolutely do it that way. For a pre-sale option, you're setting in here if the event is canceled, what happens to the tickets? Do they get rain checked to a next event of the same type? Or do they get refunded? So you can mark that here as well. And then you're just adding your ticket types. If it's general admission tickets, how many are available? What's the price? If there's a pre-sale option, what's the pre-sale price? You can separate that out by adults, kids, seniors, military. You can rename all of these fields as well. So if you're doing something that we don't have in here, there's a ton of fields, a ton of options for pit passes and custom sections and whatever. There's a lot in here. But it's very, very simple to add online tickets. I'm going to have them be available basically from noon today until noon tomorrow. We're going to have 100 general admission tickets available at $20 a piece. That's 200. There we go. And I'll add, and there we go. I have tickets available and for sale for this event. That is all it takes to add tickets to an event. It can be done in 30 seconds here. Especially if you're going to use the same format over and over and over again for all of your weekly shows. Now we're to the point where you can just copy from previous at the next event, and your tickets are added in 5 seconds here. It's very simple to add online tickets, and I cannot recommend this enough. Another big factor of adding online tickets is the data piece of things. A lot of us went down to Daytona to take part in the NASCAR meetings, and on the stage, a couple of the folks up there talked a lot about data. You can start capturing the data of your fan base as well through our online ticketing tools. People go in to buy tickets. They buy a ticket online. Now you have their zip code, so you can start targeting geographically. You have their email address, so you can start targeting individually. You've got age demographics. You've got gender demographics. You've got all of these things to give you information about your fans to help you market to them in a more structured way and in a more organized way. It doesn't cost you anything to do this. Even if you sell 4 tickets throughout the year, it does not cost you anything to do this. Please consider adding online tickets to your event, whether that's through us or another vendor or something else. It's just valuable for you to do. There's also a share option in here, so I can share the link to my tickets directly to Facebook. Obviously, since Elon Musk took over Twitter, he's done away with Twitter APIs, so that's been a struggle for everybody. But you can post them directly to your Facebook page. If you do a website through us, your tickets will be available on your website, obviously, on the main homepage and on your schedule page for each event. All of those things work together, and I'll show you that when we start talking about websites. So that's option 1 for adding tickets for general admission style tickets. Just going right into the schedule and adding them that way. If I go to the ticket management screen, right, we got season management, race management, news, ticket management. You can also add tickets from this screen. So if I go to add tickets here, the interface is from an older version. So, I mean, it's a little different looking interface than what you're used to, but for the most part, all the same tools are there. So go to add tickets. I can just select the event that I want to add tickets for, and add the ticket this way. A ticket for this event already exists, so it's going to give me an error. But then at that point, once tickets are added, you'll have the option to do all of the same things you did in the previous screen, in terms of availability and pre-sale price and ticket types and number and those types of things. So I can click on any of the tickets that I've added, and I can edit all of those things here as well. I can edit this window to edit the ticket name, the pre-sale option, ticket description, all of those types of things. I can edit the available ticket types. Right now, I just have 100 GA tickets for adults. Let's say I wanted to come in here and I wanted to add 50 kids tickets at, half the price, save. Now I've got 2 ticket types available, all those types of things. There are season passes here as well, which will come into play for the advanced ticketing tools. And I'll show you what that looks like when we get to that point. You can also do a couple of other things on the screen. You can add ticket coupons, which is basically just a printed image on the ticket that you can use as a coupon if you want, or you can use it for whatever else. So if you want to do, 20% off the concession stand, or Bob's Garage wants to give off 10% oil changes or whatever, you can add those as a coupon, which will show up as an image on your ticket. Couple other things in this view. The get funds or full refunds option is here in ticket management. This is important for you getting your money. When you click on this button, it will send a code to the phone number that you've got on file. So my boss is going to get a text that he's not sure why, but here we are. You type in the code and you type either complete or refund. When you type complete, we ACH the money directly to your bank account. It takes a couple days for it to get there because of the ACH process. But as soon as you hit complete, we start the process of sending the money directly to your bank account. There's an ACH form that you can fill out with us, so we know what bank account to send it to. But yeah, that goes right there. If you type refund, same thing in reverse, right? The money gets refunded in its full amount to your ticket buyers. You don't have to worry about refunds. We can handle the refunds for you. In the event that someone does a chargeback, we battle and we eat the cost of, if necessary, those chargebacks. That's another, I guess, point in the favor of going through My Race Pass for tickets is even if somebody files a chargeback, you don't have to worry about it at all. We worry about all of those things. I should, if we're going to talk about tickets, talk about the pricing and the fees associated with doing a ticket through My Race Pass. If your ticket is $20, you get $20 of every ticket sold. You get the full amount of the ticket. Any fees that incur are passed on to the buyer. And those fees are minimal, right? We're not talking Ticketmaster doing 25% off. I mean, nothing crazy. It's $1.90 per ticket plus 3%. We keep the $1.90, 3% goes to pay the credit card transaction. It's so if your ticket's $20, your customers are going to pay roughly $23 to $24 when it's all said and done. It's not anything that's crazy at all. So that's general admission tickets. Now, what does it look like for a customer who wants to buy one of your general admission tickets? Well, I've searched in My Race Pass, and now they can go to the app, they can go to your website, they can go to myracepass.com. ticket options or ticket buying options are available there. But this is the screen that they come to. This is for Tucson, one of the NASCAR sanctioned tracks, for their event that's coming. Actually, tomorrow is their season opener. They have these 4 ticket types available. Very simple. How many? Let's say I want to buy 2 adult tickets to Tucson tomorrow. All of the track contact information is over here. You can visit their website with this link, or I can add my tickets to the cart. Once I've added my tickets to the cart, again, the ticket is $18 a piece. You go in with a $1.90 fee per ticket, and then my 3% comes out to about $1. So, I'm really paying $41 for my whatever 18 times 2 is. So it's really simple that way. When I go to checkout, again, card information, address information, complete order. It's very simple to buy a ticket, and that works with the reserve seating options as well. So that's what it looks like to get for a customer to buy tickets here to a general admission event. As I continue on, then we have what we've called advanced ticketing tools, which would include things like reserved seating. And you can use reserved seating for a lot of different things, right? You can use it for camping spots. You can use it for pit stalls. You can use it for VIP parking. You can use it for a lot of stuff. There's a lot of reasons to use advanced ticketing there as well. In terms of the fee structure, in terms of the cost to do business, all of that's the same. We're just applying a map graphic to everything. And then there's a couple of other tools that can come with that as well, that are really interesting and cool. So I just want to start with, what does a ticket map look like in relation? I got a racetrack in Oklahoma, Arrowhead Speedway, where you can see a couple of these different examples, right? If I go to buy a ticket at Arrowhead Speedway, when I click to buy tickets, I can buy a pit parking spot if I'm a driver, or a front gate ticket if I'm a fan. Now, this is a preview, so all the tickets look like they're not available. If they were available, these little icons would show up green right here. But I can do a lot of different things with this. Click on a section, buy a seat within that section. All of those types of things exist. Actually, there is another ticket map that I want to show you. New River All-American Speedway, another NASCAR sanctioned track. If you go to buy tickets to any of their event, you'll get shown a ticket map. So I get tickets here. Now, instead of adding from the drop down, I'm selecting my spot. So I'll select my spot, and I can buy a parking spot to park around the outside of the racetrack there, which is extremely cool, or general admission style tickets. Even if you're still selling GA tickets, I'll buy a GA ticket, $10. That's what they're charging. The checkout process is identical. If I want to buy one of these spots, again, trackside parking, the checkout process is identical. Really simple and fast process to be able to purchase tickets. The process of getting a map to us, we just need the information, right? You just need to tell us what spots you want to sell, where they're at, how many there are, what the grid looks like for your grandstand. Get that to us. I can build a map and graphic out of it, and you can start selling tickets within a couple weeks. I want to go through some of the other tools that we've got available for tickets here. I want to start with these packages. A ticket package is a multi-day event. It's what it's used for, in which you're buying, tickets to multiple days at one time. So if I just search for your favorite track here, because we're going to continue to use the demo track now, your favorite track, if I go to buy tickets, there is a 3-day ticket package here available for one of our events. So simple, fast, easy to do. I'll get the package. It'll show you what events are included, and then everything else with the interface is the same. So if you want to sell a 3-day ticket package for a 3-day event or a 2-day event or a 4-day event or whatever you want to do, World Series of Asphalt theoretically at New Smyrna could do what are they, 14, 15 days in a row? They could do a 15-day package, or they could break it out however they wanted to. Then you can start to do things like do a discounted price, right? So if my regular tickets are $25 a piece, but I'm actually going to sell this for $75, or instead of $75, I'll sell it for $65. Give them $10 off to buy the package. You can do that discount for a ticket package, and then you can tell the program how you want the discount to apply, either on the last day or evenly across all days in the event of a cancellation. So those ticket packages, punch cards. Now, this is really interesting. This is where you can start to add very unique advanced ticketing features here, including and up to a season pass a multi-punch pass for a single event, or a total punch pass. And I'll kind of explain the differences. Season pass, is what it sounds like. One redemption per linked event. You've got 20 races on your schedule. You're going to sell a season pass for 15 of those races. A season pass will allow one redemption at whatever 15 events on your schedule that you choose. You're selling a season pass that way. A per event pass now, and we largely had marketing partners in mind when we did this, but it will allow for X number of scans for a single event. So Bob's Garage wants to send 20 of their employees to your race. Put in the per event pass here. It'll give them one barcode that can be scanned 20 times. Works great with a suite, right? You get 25 people in a suite. One person buys the suite on My Race Pass, gets 25 of the same identical barcodes that can be scanned exactly 25 times. Hospitality tent, another way to do that. You can buy 10 passes at once to a hospitality tent, only have one barcode. It works really well. Total punch is kind of a combination of the two, right? There's X number of redemptions, but it's not limited to any singular event. So I can buy 25 redemptions, 25 scans of one barcode, and have that spread over 5 events if you wanted. So 20 of them show up one night, the next 4, one of them show up. Either way, it'll limit that to 25 events and eligible for whatever event you choose. This works with ticket maps. This works with any other type of advanced ticketing map that you want to do. We just had a huge one at Port Royal in Pennsylvania go through season passes with their reserve seating chart, and it worked really well. So, definitely encourage a season pass as well. If you're doing online tickets, you might as well give them a season pass, because frankly, you're going to make money on it, right? Somebody's going to buy a pass to 25 events. There is very little chance that they're going to show up to all 25 events or even 20 of the 25. You still make the money regardless if they buy them all at once. So encourage a season pass out there at least. Customers page will start to show you per event who your customers are. You can also go look at your previous events. And and you can click on sold tickets to see the same view, right? These 3 tickets were purchased through the point of sale system. What event is that? I should look at that. 1/14/23. If I come to the customers tab, I type in 1/14/23. I have to type in 2023, don't I? Either way, I can find the customers. There we go. It's the same view, same tools, same options. You can print multiple reports for what tickets were purchased, what were purchased through the point of sale or box office system, who your customers are, sales audit, all those types of things. So this is where you can find information on your customers. It's another way to get there. Analytics is really interesting. And I have to go a long ways back because nobody buys tickets to a fake racetrack except for us. But analytics is where you can start to get some of this information about your ticket buyers. So if I filter this to that wide of time frame, you get a ton of information on, in this time frame, who your ticket buyers are, right? A heat map for where they're coming from, the municipalities that they are from, the distance that they travel on average, purchase dates, those types of things, purchase prices, the ticket types that they're buying more often than not, gender demographics, age demographics, tickets sold on an event-specific basis. What events are doing really well for you in a graph view? And then you can also get all of this same analytics data on a per-event basis. So if I look at this Halloween special in 22, I can get the analytics data for that event specifically. I can also get the ticket holders list for that event specifically as well. So that's valuable also. And then so there's just a ton of information on this screen. And I really encourage you to kind of parse this if you're going to start doing online tickets. Pass lists is where, when we looked at the tickets and we saw the season pass options, pass lists is where this comes from. I can click into or create a pass list and apply this pass list to one or multiple or many events to block off seats if I'm doing a reserved map. And it works, just like you'd think it would, right? If I go into this ticket package here and I start to block off seats, let's say I want to block off section B, row 10, seat 16, 17, and 18. I put that into this ticket pass list, B, 10, 16, 17, and 18. I apply the pass list to an event. Now I use it as a comp list, really. Now I can start making sure that those seats can't be purchased online. If you're comping spots for employees or for sponsors or for VIP guests or whatever, this is an option that will allow you to block those seats off. Last couple things I'll show you here in the tools option. There's a couple of things here. You can have a demo ticket now. So we have demo tickets, demo barcodes, basically. So if you want to, have a couple of these tickets out there for your employees to start practice scanning tickets, you can do that. Or you also have a box office system. Box office system will allow you at the front gate. This especially works well with reserved map options to buy these, to basically buy these tickets at the front gate without, having to track what seats are sold and what aren't. You can either do that for the current event, the next coming event on your schedule, which we created for tomorrow, so you can start to sell GA tickets through here. You can do this for all events, right? Including ticket packages, including punch cards or season passes, or including single event passes, whatever you want to do that way. There is a past orders view, so you can look up previous orders. So if I look up my own name here, I can find all of the information, all the tickets that I've purchased previously. Really advise you to have kind of like a problem child area, right? Somebody who's holding up the line with the, I can't find my tickets, or I don't know where my barcode's at, or my ticket's not scanning, or whatever. You can use this lookup to figure out exactly what they're doing. But I'm going to go through the box office system and purchase a ticket here quickly. I'm going to buy tickets for this 3-day package. Open. Let's say I'm going to sit in those 3 seats. Those are the 3 options that I want available. And this is we want VIP style tickets. Perfect. Next. Now, when I go through and purchase these tickets, unable to add package at this time. I wonder if I have one of the days shut off. I probably have one of the days shut off. So let me do this a different way. I'll go August 30th. I'll go to the single event. I'll go to buy these 2 tickets. Next. Perfect. So now this is the screen that comes up for the shopping cart view that's up here. I can review the seats. Optionally, I can still gather email address and zip code if I need to. Select payment type. Now it's optional because we know sometimes at the front gate things have to move quickly. So, hey, here's your 2 seats. If you don't have time to get their email address, I understand it's optional, but I can complete the order at this point. Brings up a print preview screen. We have options out there for printer options and printer paper that we recommend. It's a Dymo printer. It's really cheap on Amazon that we recommend for printing ticket stubs. Comes with a barcode. They can go to your pass out gate. You can scan the ticket there. Everything's ready to rock and roll. Get these people through the line. Get them moving quickly. There's one more view that I'll show you here. It's the redeem tickets window. You can redeem those demo tickets here, right? We can test scan those tickets to test the scanning and redemption process. You can also scan tickets for any event within 7 days of the date that you're on, right? So if I'm going to redeem for this date, all I have to have is a Bluetooth scanner or a USB scanner plugged into a computer. There's also scanning options in the My Race Pass app. There's a ticket scanner. Actually, what I like to do is I like to Bluetooth a handheld scanner to my phone and scan tickets that way. Either way, this cursor always appears in this box. You never have to click back in it. It's always automatically here. You scan the ticket. It turns green if it's good. It turns red if it's not. Tickets won't scan for the same event twice unless it's part of a special ticket package. Tickets won't scan more than once unless there's, it's part of a special pass. But otherwise, it does everything that you would expect it to do to make sure that only the tickets that you need scanned are scanned.
Hey, Austin, can I ask a quick question?
Yep.
So with the barcode scan thing here, does it have to run through a computer, or will it run through like the app as well?
Yeah, I Bluetooth a handheld scanner to my phone and use it through the app.
Okay, got it.
Yep, that's what I do. I mean, a lot of people do a lot of different things, but it is possible.
Okay.
Cool. That's really everything I have to show on tickets. A lot of ticketing tools out there. A lot of this is new within the last year and a half. So I'm going to move forward here into talking a little bit about a website. Your favorite track has a website also. There's not a lot that goes in to customizing our websites. I'm going to show you a few of those pieces, but most of the website and most of the high traffic areas of the website automatically appear based off of what you're doing. I'm going to start with the home tab. The home tab largely is a snapshot of other pieces of the website. Now, every website looks different in My Race Pass, but they mostly have the same features. First off, there's the buy tickets up in the upper right-hand corner, right? Sometimes it's in the right-hand side of the screen. Sometimes it's in different areas, but if you have tickets added through My Race Pass, your buy tickets options are going to become available automatically. There's nothing that you have to do in order to create that button. It appears because you have tickets added. Same thing with the driver registration button. Sometimes it's at the bottom of the screen. Sometimes it's up in the header. Sometimes it's over here on the right. A lot of places it can be. But if you have a registration active through My Race Pass, driver registration appears automatically on your website on the homepage. So you don't have to worry about adding that or having it added. I'll jump ahead to schedule and results. Schedule and results, because you're using My Race Pass to score your races, automatically adds all of the event information to your schedule. For events that have already happened, the results will appear automatically. For events that are yet upcoming, I can click on any event to see the information for that event. And you'll see my next event. I've got tickets added. I can buy tickets from right here. There's always going to be an option to buy tickets when you're on a My Race Pass website. It's always going to be there. We want your fans to be engaged or forced to look at the buy tickets button as often as they possibly can be. So schedule, again, because you're using My Race Pass to score the races, your schedule and results update automatically. Points. At the end of a race night in race management, you calculate points. Within 20 minutes of that time, your points page is updated. The most high trafficked areas of a website are your schedule, your results, and your point standings. Those are automatically completed for you with a My Race Pass website. You never have to update that element of the website ever again. You're saving yourself hours of time by having a website through My Race Pass. There are a couple of other options in websites, one of them being news. So if I go to a news article here, you know what news articles look like typically. This is a news article in My Race Pass. How do I create these news articles? Well, most of the website tools are in web management. News has its own tab. But if I click on news, really straightforward to create a news article, right? One, if I go to search for news, I can find news from other websites and other profiles that I can add to mine if you want to go that route. There is also an option that will appear here to if other people have written a news article and tagged you in it, you can add that to your website if you see fit. I'll see if I can find an example of that quickly. Yeah, here we go. So if I'm at Houston Speedway, I go to the news tab, I get this pop-up. All of these other profiles have written a news article and tagged Houston Speedway. Now, if I'm Houston Speedway, I can check the box and either add or dismiss those news articles. So other people writing content and tagging you in it, whether that's a driver or a series or whatever, you have the option to add that to your website now. And that's that's one of the advantages of our network. So if I'm creating a new news article, add new, heading is what it sounds like. Article credit, if you want some official press writer to have credit for your article, you can add that as an article credit. Body is what it sounds like, the text of your news article. Before this, I came from a world of working in education, so I can tell you that do not write the body of your news article in an internet browser. Write it in a word processor and copy and paste it here. The reason for that is, and I got this call from students all the time when I was working in education, I was halfway through my essay and I lost internet and now it's gone. Well, sorry, it's gone. I don't know what to tell you. Type it in Word so that doesn't happen to you. Copy and paste it here into the body here. Add an article media, which can be an image or a video. Images typically work better, but image or a video. You can either choose from any images that you've already added to your website, or you can upload new, add it to whatever gallery if you want. All this kind of stuff is here, and I'll go through this screen a little bit later on. But add an article media, and here are the tags. Always have a type of racing in your tag, whether that's late models, modified, sprint cars, whatever. You got to have a type of racing added. From there, though, you can really do whatever you want. And it works the same as when other people tag you in an article. You want to tag a driver? Tag the driver in the news article, and it'll start to appear on their websites and profiles. If you're working in conjunction with another track, if you've got a series coming, if you want to talk about a specific event, all of those types of things are available here for tags. And if you tag a specific event, somebody clicks on that event on your schedule tab, the news article associated with that event will appear there for them to read. So now if I'm looking at, big 410 sprint car race coming in August, and I click on that event and that event has been tagged, now they're going to get whatever news that is associated with that event right there in that screen as well. So another way to communicate with your fans in a little bit more efficient way. Yeah, that's pretty much news. Most of our websites will have the most recent news articles on the home tab, and then all of the news articles here. You can do formatting stuff. You can add links. All of those options are available when creating a news article. The next thing about our websites that I'll show you are photos and videos, where you can start to add images. You can start to add videos if need be. You get there through web management. When you go to web management, there's a media option where you can do photos and videos. So I'll start with photos. You can organize these your photos into galleries, and then you can put photos inside of each gallery. So I got a bunch of galleries added here. When I click on a gallery, I can then see all of the images inside of that gallery. I can add new images as necessary, which again, I can choose from images that already exist and have one be a part of multiple galleries. I can upload new, which, just drag and drop or click on the button to upload, however you want to do it that way. You can do all of these things, and then they will start to show in your website. I would advise you to add captions to your photos. The reason for that is one, it's just giving more information about the photo, but two, you can add photo credits if you want. And then if somebody who's visually impaired comes to your website and is using a screen reader, when it comes to that photo, you don't want them to have no information on what that element of the screen is. Having some kind of caption there, meets the needs of folks who are using a screen reader who are visually impaired. Videos, you'll find, is the exact same interface. Everything's exactly the same on videos. There is only one difference, and that's when you're going to add a new video. Instead of it being a local upload, if I go to upload new, it actually has to be a web link. It has to exist on YouTube or Vimeo or something like that. And it can be private there, but it still has to be a web link. Storing videos on a server takes up a lot more resource. That's the reason why it has to be a web link as opposed to a local upload. That's really the only difference there. And then really the last thing I'll show you on the websites is our contact page. Of course, I'm using an example that doesn't have there we go. Contact page. There's a couple of different ways to use the contact page. First, there's the general contact information, and then there's the form submission. So when I go to web management and I go to contact, the general contact area, which is at the top of the screen here, can be contact information, right? Address, name, phone number, mailing ad, whatever you want it to be, email address, all it can show there on the screen publicly for people as you see fit. The second option on this page is the email form. If I go to the form subjects now, this is where I can add multiple subject lines and add what email addresses receive emails in accordance with that subject line. So when I go to the form, I can look at merchandise or general inquiries, or you can put, sponsor, inquiries or whatever you want in there, or driver information, all that kind of stuff can be in here. And based off of the email addresses that you choose here, it can go to, whatever email address you want. You can also see everybody who's filled in the contact form in the view messages option. So you can add all of that here, or you can view all of those here, independent of them going to that email address. And that's really, that's a lot of what our websites are. I just really want to drive home the point that ticketing, driver registration, schedule, results, and point standings can all be automated on your website by doing a website through My Race Pass. So the process of you going in and updating other elements of your website is basically none. You don't ever have to do those things. So that was a lot of information quickly. Most of it was based around our ticketing features. We have done so much in the last year and a half or so to update our ticketing features. We've got it rounded out to the point where it meets the needs of most any race tracker series that we've worked with. If you have questions on it, visit support@myracepass.com. Send us an email. You can also go to mrphelp.com to get to our help center. We have a YouTube page as well. You can view all of those options through YouTube. Give us a call. We want to help. We want to make this work for you. It doesn't cost anything extra to do online tickets. The cost of doing a website is minimal, and the time that you save from updating the website, is worth the investment up front. I should not forget one of the most important pieces of doing a website through My Race Pass. You make money by doing a website through My Race Pass. I can't believe I forgot to cover this. I apologize. You're going to start to see ads. Of course, on our website, it's all MRP ads. But you're going to start to see ads on different pages of the website. Banner ad here, sidebar ad over here. We can sell ads at a corporate level that are beyond what an individual racetrack would be able to sell ads at. And then based off of the number of page views that you get, we send the money back to you quarterly. It's called a digital advertising program. If you've got advertisers at your racetrack that want a larger digital footprint, we can advertise for them as well. That can be on a website, through the app, through the newsletter, whatever. But we sell those ads at a larger level. We disperse the funds within 2 years or so, depending on how many page views you get. Sometimes it's 1 year, sometimes it's 3 years. But within an allotment of time, you have paid for your website by using My Race Pass websites. I don't want to call it a free website. It's not a free website. You're paying for the website. But through the digital advertising program, you start to make money just from getting people to visit your website. So it's really important to drive traffic to your website. But if you do, get a larger cut of the digital advertising profits. And it can be anywhere from a couple $100 to a couple $1,000, depending on how many page views your website gets in a quarter. So that's another thing to keep in mind as well. That's ticketing. That's websites. Again, if you have questions, please reach out to us. Thank you for taking the time to tune in. We really appreciate it. This recording will be on YouTube in probably early next week, maybe over the weekend. But until then, again, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being a member of Team MRP. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.